Yeah.
That was so bad. But all right, EA. We are only gonna be watching like the Star Wars stuff. But because EA's stream is gonna go all day. If you want to watch EA, you can, but we're only gonna be paying attention for the Star Wars stuff. I don't think the other. Well, the next thing after that is Apex, but yeah. I mean, we'll have to see.
The game that's already killing itself with each new patch.
We'll have to see. Otherwise, it's I think this is the in order of the schedule of what I wrote down. They start with Star Wars, then it's Apex, then it's Battlefield 5, Sports, and The Sims 4. And I don't think we have a reason to stay around all day to cover those topics. I'm not sure what more they can do with them.
I'll probably be watching them off stream at least if we don't cover them all.
Yeah, keep it on.
Be curious.
Keep it on a monitor.
I'll probably watch The Sims 4 afterwards, and then that'll be it.
You don't want to see the sports games? Nah, I'm good. I don't know what
I just want to see how bad the presenters are there. Like, you think about it. If we don't stream it and there's some of the most cringiest stuff, we could get the top views for a react.
No, I'm good. if that means I have to watch FIFA, I think I'm good.
Fair enough.
But what do they have with Sims 4?
Probably a new expansion.
Are they still releasing expansions?
They pump those out. Oh yeah, we just talked about this a couple weeks back, didn't we? They released like 3 different versions now. They have full-on expansions.
Oh yeah.
They have like feature packs or whatever that are little places, and then they have stuff packs that just are items, and they all sell at different prices, and it's ridiculous. They literally have packs that sell in conjunction with an expansion, so those packs are useless without the expansions too.
Yeah.
And you're just, it's stupid, ridiculous.
Yeah, and anytime that the expansions go on sale, the pets ones never go on sale, ever. All the other ones can be marked down to like 10 or 20 bucks, but pets will always be 40 bucks. You have to pay $40 fucking for pets.
Also, I may have been mistaken that we talked about it recently, because I realized that I was the one going through EA highlights, and we probably totally talked about it last year, and that's what I'm remembering.
No, I think, well, maybe that's what I'm remembering too, because I remember the conversation about the different versions.
Yeah.
And my memory's not stable enough for that, so. And then, yeah, we will, content-wise, see what's new with Apex. But they gotta, to address the issues that have come up, they might not do that at like a press conference environment.
They just said what they're gonna be showing during the pre-real thing.
We should have just called this the Respawn conference, frankly. So, that's all that's on the list, so we're ready to go into it now.
Since we got 8 minutes.
Yep.
For those unaware with Apex Legends, first of all, they've had a lack of content, even though they've had a battle pass.
Yeah, they've decided to take their time and not try to rush it.
Yeah, they want to do seasonal patches, they said.
Which is really different from how Battle Royales do it.
Right, and that's a fine approach. The problem is that the battle pass that they introduced has no content, and what is there is uninspired and boring and not worth it at all.
Yeah, that's what happens when they rush.
At max level. Yeah.
That's what happens.
And the only item that's kind of worth it is last level, and you have to grind a shit ton for it.
So
it's just
maybe
ridiculous.
If they like show off plans for a season 2 pass, but they have a lot they can improve on with their pass.
Yeah. Well, they said in the pre-reel they have a new weapon to show, even though I think I know what it is because it's been data mined for months now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, that game gets very data mined.
There's a new legend they want to reveal, and then they wanted to talk about the next season pass already.
Okay, cool.
But on top of all that, there's still like hitbox issues in the game, specifically with like Pathfinder, because of how his model is.
Oh, I just
Like-
realized how
like-
this time is. Sorry, real quick. That's a half hour, and Apex is a half hour. So we'll watch for a full hour.
Yeah.
We'll watch both Apex and Star Wars.
All right.
So also to add on to your point of this being just the respawn conference, basically, the way that I look at EA now is they're like a loot box. Most of them that you open are commons and blues. You just don't give a shit. And then you open that one legendary. That's respawn. You may not care about what it is, but you're happy they're there.
And that you spent a lot of money for it.
Exactly.
And then the legendary you get is Apex, only for it to get devalued by another legendary later.
Same with Titanfall 2. And that was devalued like 5 minutes after release.
Yeah.
Fuck. Have any other
But,
relevant games taken that ping system from Apex? I'm not sure. Fortnite added it? Something similar, not to the same detail.
People have mentioned that Left 4 Dead did it in the past, but I don't remember that.
It kinda did, yeah. Yeah, it did.
But
it
going
wasn't
back to
like
Apex-
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, on top of everything else that I've mentioned already, they've also been removing things such as bunny hopping, which I know us here didn't use, but a lot of people on stream and my IRL friends that play it a little bit more competitively, or at least used to, they're big like CS fans. So they were learning the bunny hopping and stuff and were doing it decently well. So that was extremely disappointing because it was a skill curve to differentiate those who have been learning the game, because it's still in CS:GO or maybe not CS:GO, but Source Engine games.
Well, hardly any,
that
not
people have
anyone
used.
that, and not any of them that are competitive. They keep trying to remove it. That's so funny that it's in the what is it, in Half-Life they removed it, and so the only way to, because there's a speed cap, but how it worked was the speed cap was only on you moving forward, so in the speed runs they go backwards because there's no speed cap. I love the Source Engine. That's what Respawn. Oh my god, is this Star Wars game in the Source Engine? No, right?
They haven't said what engine. I'm gonna guess
Yeah, I don't believe.
Frostbite, but who the hell knows?
Oh hell no. Oh god, it's
They haven't said
Please put it in
anything.
Source Engine, don't put it in Frostbite.
being
Don't put it
anything
in
but
Source
Frostbite.
Engine. No.
Nothing but if it's Frost. I doubt it's Frostbite because they aren't familiar with it, and if EA, as we know, has been forcing Frostbite on everything else. The rest of
Which is why I said it, because it sounds like something they do now.
right, that they would force them to do. Well, it's a little
They've
too
already
late to
said
do
they
that.
don't want to use the Source Engine anymore. Apex was like the in-between
Yeah, well then they might go with
from
Unreal.
switching engines.
I could
Could be.
see. I feel like what's his face? Vince commented on that before. Yeah, it's
The last
Unreal.
thing I
It's
wanted to
Unreal
bring up
4.
with Apex was they got rid of auto exec commands, which was to mess with the engine and stuff, instead
Mm-hmm.
of restricting the ones they didn't want used that were an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
They just removed it across the board, so people who like I typed it out a couple days back. Even people with great PCs, that game still does not run that well. For
Because it's so open world and it has to render a lot.
right, and the Source Engine hasn't been known to do well with that.
Yep.
So people are really pissed with how inconsistent that game is now from a performance standpoint.
Yeah.
And for me personally, without those commands, I can't run that game well
can't
enough
run
to
it,
be
yeah.
like, I want to play it. Well, I can run it, but I'm going to get sub 30.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
With the commands, I was able to get at least like a nice like 50 frames, which is not 60, but it was running around like 48, which is a nice middle ground. So I was happy.
Yeah, I've known some others that use the same thing for that purpose, and well, now they can't. I don't know what they I haven't seen them
wouldn't-
talk about it, but
I wouldn't complain about that too much because I know my PC's old. But when even the people that have brand new PCs are complaining, it's an issue.
Yeah. The I get like disabling the ones that give a competitive advantage. Those make sense.
And people were more than okay with those being restricted. The problem is that they removed it entirely. You can't use it at all, which is bullshit.
Actually, I don't even think Valve ever addressed that. You know what Valve did was it had different servers, and if you were on the specific server, if you were on Valve's own servers, auto-exec stuff wouldn't work. It would ignore it.
There's no private servers for Apex yet. You still can't even do a competitive match of it without just trying to queue up together.
Yeah. And they couldn't, I wouldn't even say like they could separate them from competitive to that, because then everyone would be playing casual instead of competitive if you could use the commands in it.
And The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack along with a few new surprises. And of course, in just a few moments,
But anyway, Star Wars, 10 seconds. Well, 12 seconds.
Jedi Fallen Order, including 15
Swords go boom.
world premiere, never before seen, first look exclusive gameplay. So get ready, because EA Play starts now.
It was close enough. Helmet designs are cool. That's what I've said. Respawn is very good at helmet design.
What's up, EA Play? How are you, Los Angeles?
Greg, it's day one. Calm down.
What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller.
Oh no.
Greg, your voice, no.
He's gonna be completely quiet during his own showcase.
We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA? And we're finally here to help us get things started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on.
I feel like white couches out in the sun was a bad idea.
Get in there.
Like the minute it gets bright.
Give me the hug, Vince. Let's get it going. Yeah. Yeah. Please keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EA Play.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm gonna let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this.
Off script.
So awesome.
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb idea. Nobody cares.
It's so awesome to be here. I mean, it's EA
Please
Play,
hand those back. I need them.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger.
I'm pretty
than
sure that was
Yeah,
on
this is something
script
that
for them
Stig
to
and I
throw the
have been
cards.
Yeah.
Envisioning for years to see it come to life, and we have to show you
Joking.
guys 15 minutes of gameplay today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Uncut.
That's literally half.
All right. So everybody's
We got
anxious
the
to see
bingo
what this 15
spot,
minutes is going
boys.
to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is
You're a
a
FIFA fan. Why are you at this
single-player
crowd right now?
action
Go to the
adventure
FIFA booth.
Set post.
You,
Oh, yeah.
you idiot.
Nothing to do for like an hour or two.
Everybody!
Set post Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the
Spoiler!
entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
His name's Cal.
Like
Okay.
Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
Yeah, the best guy in the office to demo the
This is
game.
an
Good.
expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're gonna see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times.
They made sure they
Two or
weren't
three
pulling
left.
a
2 or 3
polygon.
pla- yeah.
Two or
Yeah.
three dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And
Oh,
Cal's
sick.
on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk.
Hello, random
and
crowd
the
person.
Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go.
Xbox. Are we gonna see more at Xbox? Maybe. If Xbox has the publishing rights? Publishing,
What?
I forget what it's called.
They just may want to show something. It's like they have a good relationship. They showed Battlefield 1 last year. I mean,
It's because Sony and
Battlefield 5.
Xbox pay for their companies to... Oh,
Marketing.
that's literally the menu. That's awesome. Someone press A. Thank you.
Chat's just
they
saying
gotta fluff out
Destiny.
that 15 minutes somehow.
Alpha? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, this wasn't announced too long ago.
Well, and it's AAA, so there's
Yeah.
stages of alpha to beta
True.
fast.
Yep.
And betas have been known to just be demos now, so it's all over the place. I don't
That's a hell of a
read too
walk
much into it
cycle.
from
Something's funky with his arms. Anyways, this is cool. He's platforming. Double jumps.
Dude, just let grab there. Hello? You don't gotta run there.
Got a lot of weight to his motion. I like it.
Can't believe this is a new Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the guy from Rogue One.
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
Turn it up a little.
We have to stop them.
Is Forrest Whitaker actually voicing him though?
But they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Doesn't sound like it.
Aw.
Protect him at all costs.
I'll buy a collector's edition of that thing.
Double as brutal prison camps. We use those
It
cutters to
wouldn't be a
create
Star Wars
distraction.
game without a droid.
Take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help.
Definitely not Forrest Whitaker.
That's so funny that, like, Respawn gets all this preferential treatment where they're allowed to use whatever engine they want and no other EA studio is.
That's a handy torch.
Yeah. He's doing a good job of playing it like an E3 demo, but, like, it's a video game, alright. Using a lightsaber as a flashlight, such a flex. Yeah. I think his arms are too long.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on.
Maybe.
But maybe it's like Final Fantasy 15 and there's a lore reason why he walks like that.
Protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah.
It definitely
that's
looks
so-
strange.
That's so cool. He's the force to just... Oh shit, reflecting.
That's straight up murder.
Yeah.
Gonna need to get through here.
Kill the droid too.
Remember Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my, no, he's
Thank
oh,
you. He
shit.
did it. Okay, I'm happy.
No, I don't remember Star Wars. I don't remember.
Keep to your posts and stay alert.
Twitch chat is unhappy.
I quickly forgot. Yeah, the double jumping is really cool. There's
Alright,
a lot
I'm
of
gonna
cool
be-
ideas to this.
I'm gonna be disappointed, or I am disappointed that they're not going all the way and actually having the dismemberment, because they had that in the Star Wars movie and kept them PG-13. You have the slashes so there won't be blood.
Yeah, but if they do that, they can't release this game in a couple countries.
That's disappointing, man. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll. That's something I can get over though. This is be cool.
I do quite like how it's posture and health bars.
Yeah, yeah. Sensor for Japan. It's not just for Japan. It's like Germany as well. Australia, China.
China just in general is.
Yeah, probably not even released in China. But the other countries.
Well, if it releases in China, it wouldn't be popular. China's not known to be like Star Wars fans.
Oh, so that's how you heal.
Ah, sweet, Nestus flask.
Yeah, yeah.
The game looks really good. I wonder if the gameplay based off what we've shown feels more like Force Unleashed. That was a good Star Wars game, the original one.
I just keep looking at Twitch chat. It's just like awful animations and stuff. It's like it's still alpha. I mean, we don't know how far along in alpha, but like there's time to smooth stuff out.
It's just his arms are the only thing animation-wise bothering me. Everything else is really tight. Unless they're complaining about ragdoll physics.
I think they're just not used to seeing a Star Wars game look so heavy. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's part
This
of
is definitely a heavier take on it. Even with his movements with the lightsaber itself,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with.
But like, yeah, some of this platforming stuff is like it feels really well thought out because they have it's not just like 3D platforming, it's 3D platforming as a fucking Jedi.
You sure you want to plug into this?
So he's using the Force to bring shit to him, like that vine and double jumping.
Oh, a shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing. You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
He's so quiet compared to the music right now, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think because he's like just talking to the droid. That's something that'll have to be turned up.
Oh shit.
Or subtitles.
God, enemies that aren't just stormtroopers, please. Come on, cowards. Just push him off the edge.
Someone else was shooting at him. He had to think, what are the other tools I gotta show
They're
off in the
doing it.
demo?
Enemies that aren't just stormtroopers.
Yeah, neat.
I want a death animation where the spider straight up eats you.
You know, I have a strange feeling I already know what the skill tree menu looks like. There's a lot.
What makes you say that?
They look really similar in a lot of games, and I just have a feeling.
Oh, okay.
Well, but when you threw that lightsaber, that's what made me realize there's probably a skill tree function in this game. And in the top right skill point. Here we go, do it, pull up the menu. Alright, well.
Nah. Because it said he had 2 skill points. They're not gonna pull it up.
Otherwise,
get
the
to the
UI
bonfire
looks
first.
cool. Oh, yeah.
Patrol the base.
It
Gotta have a
broke
freaky
new
shot.
ground.
Some kind
Menu
of
would slow
weapon.
this down. You're right, it would, it would.
Who's that?
Get fucked.
Big spider. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a death. Come on.
Marketing.
So-
Marketing was the word I was looking for. Xbox has the marketing rights for it. Just like they had marketing for like Fighters and Fallout. Meanwhile, Sony has marketing for other games.
Oh yeah, because all the game, all the demos had to be played on Xbox for
yeah,
fighters
yep.
and stuff
Yep, that's exactly why.
for pre-release.
Yep. They pay for the marketing ahead of time. DMC5 as well, yeah.
Those ads were great. I'm not gonna lie, they were goofy.
I think Sony had RE2. Pretty sure. Because it was, I
yes,
mean, it was
they
even at their conference.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, look at that lore. What do you mean, read more?
I just heard from the captain. They're coming. Oh, this is it.
Do you want to read about the complete history of a sappy barrel?
People do. I'm not one of those people, but...
It's breaking through and destroying everything.
Oh, that's so cool.
Looks like maybe a perfect blocks. What does the like
Yeah.
parry straight back? That's cool.
So mean.
Yeah, and
Can't
I feel
just
like...
have a guy kill himself like that.
And the better you time it, the more accurate it is, yeah.
The Jedi will be here any minute. And our reinforcements in retreat. Good. Sir?
I wish there was a crowd mic.
The better.
I would have wanted to hear the crowd reaction to the shot that he force pulled him into.
I wouldn't have minded them having like Vince and Stig's commentary over it.
Commentary, yeah. Maybe they can just replay it and they can commentate over it the second time.
But then it puts over half gameplay.
All Jedi will perish.
He's gonna die at this point.
I wonder if you can interrupt voice lines and you stop him on all Jedi will, and then after he unfreezes, he continues.
Okay, so don't pull those guys.
Yeah. Nice dodge. You got perfect dodges. You got perfect parries. And reflect. Yeah, that's still technically parry.
Little help. Need to slice this.
But if there's an option to turn on and off the dismemberment.
Guards.
Yeah, that's what
That way-
Gogeta had an idea for. That way, it could just
okay.
like for countries that don't need it censored, they could just turn it on. I don't know. There might be
So,
another
and
reason
since
for
this
it.
is an ad, maybe they had just have the censored one automatically. I wouldn't be surprised as all. I don't know if it will happen, but it'd be cool.
Not alone.
It's also possible that the ESRB is just rating differently from movies. Oh, it's that
I
one.
remember that droid too. But that's a mean one.
Yeah.
That's a mean one. This is where it cuts off. That's disappointing. Oh, completely. That heavy gameplay fighting an ATST would probably be really fun.
Yeah.
Games play best.
Now there's the crowd mic, damn it.
What do we think? What do we think, EA Play? Yes, that's what I wanted. The little
I'm
boy.
gonna be honest with you, Austin. I'm kind of glad they didn't have a crowd mic for a
Congratulations,
Star
that
Wars
was pretty
game, just
awesome.
because
I
there'd
have
be
a million questions,
constant
and I know we're
cheering.
short on time as
Everything's
always.
worth a
I
clap
wanna
for
point out that in the
a
Twitch
Star Wars
chat,
crowd. You know what I mean? No
Yeah,
offense.
yeah.
Just,
freaking cool.
it would be.
No,
a
I've seen a
lot.
Star Wars movie in theaters before.
How does it feel?
Okay.
I think deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done.
He must have been looking at chat at the wrong time. There was a lot of negative people.
To be involved in something.
He's
like
looking at
this
his
is
own
just,
chat. He's
you know,
in
dream
a
come
different
true.
chat
Yeah.
room.
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team. Everybody.
Thanks,
worked on-
guys.
everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game.
Say
came
yes, you
together right now.
coward.
So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand
Yeah,
that we're really doing.
I
our
think that
best to
looks
try to
super
honor
promising.
The brand.
More
I mean, I
excited for
think
that than I was
go ahead,
before.
clap. No, I'm gonna stop you.
Getting,
Whenever you wanna
I'm
clap for 'em, you clap
oddly
for 'em.
like, oh, that looks pretty good.
I think
It met my
that's
expectations
from it.
as a
I like
Respawn
when we
developed
intro-
Star
you guys were
Wars
talking about
game.
the fact that this is a skilled person playing.
That's
I
not
wasn't
FPS.
We all see it,
expecting.
we think it looks awesome.
I wasn't
What are
expecting
we
their
missing
take
by
to
not
be
having
not
it?
necessarily like a
What is
Dark
the-
Souls
what do
combat,
lightsabers feel
not Dark Souls-esque game.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
not.
it's fantastic, right?
Because it looks like it's
But
got
like the
weight to it,
slow,
throwing it and catching
heavy-
it, right? Like that's the impact I think I want.
Mhm.
attacks and
Absolutely.
You
movements.
lock on.
It's really satisfying.
Because
the game
Force
itself,
Unleashed,
it's thoughtful
that
combat,
was
as
what
they
I
like
was
to call it.
comparing,
It's
or
what you saw was
what I
a
was going into
really
at
good
first with,
player.
as
Yeah,
a
right.
single player
you'll
Right
have
over
to
there
look up
again.
the
lightsaber
Give out
game.
autographs after this panel.
Yeah.
and it's very much not that. It's
So
not
you
floaty
can
and
block, parry, deflect.
fast
like, we want
and
the combat to
tons and
feel
tons of
really
enemy.
good
It's
for people to
very
go in and be able to like be part of that and
controlled
size up the
to
enemies
where
when things feel
you
right.
can't
It
just
it feels
run
good.
in and keep
Yeah,
slashing
it's
everyone
also,
without
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
killed,
the,
probably.
enemy arrangements.
And I
as
like
well,
the
like what
stake of
enemies
it.
we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools
Yeah.
to take them down. But it's
I was
not
gonna
just
say they're
lightsabers. It's the
giving you a
Force
lot of
as well.
tools.
Sure. Well, that's part of
Yeah.
this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This
Yeah, and we may
thoughtful
even
combat,
see
and the idea
more
that when I
based
watched the
off,
demo
hey, there's skill
initially,
points, or
my thought
maybe
was, oh, these are canned animations.
different
right?
things you can
I'm
invest
doing
in.
a
Maybe you could
force
even
grab
go
and
into
stab at
like
the
a
guy, and that's
faster
all I
route
hit
for all we
R1 and
know.
That happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So like you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
absolutely.
playthroughs.
And actually, the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
It is.
it's a lot more fun to play.
You
so
talk about the
cool.
skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
I want to spend the
Yeah,
entire
so
game
we're
as a
gonna have the classic
spectator
abilities.
and not
Push,
just let
pull.
them fight.
We've got what we call force flip, which
Just
is essentially
constantly
double jump, which
use Jedi
is
mind
nice,
tricks
that's
so that
something that
shoot
makes
each other.
sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the Force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between Force push and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo,
Pacifist
right? When you come
run.
around the corner,
Yeah,
grab the
technically,
stormtrooper,
yeah.
Force pull stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into
Yes.
one bolt,
Wonder if you
pretty
could
cool.
play it as a stealth game.
that was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a
No,
little.
you
bit,
actually
yeah.
said it better be in the demo.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that
but
isn't the entire game.
that is not.
That's wow.
No,
I'm surprised.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got
Hope
the scout
not.
troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapons.
All the droids in the
we've got
crowd.
The flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge
version.
trooper.
That's the-
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Like so
New that the team created.
in.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're
How
pointing
great
at
is
one
that?
guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, three cheers for Jordan.
Is that Jordan? Hi, Jordan.
So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You
Hey,
have
Jordan, smile.
one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No.
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I
Push him
immediately
over.
want him as a backpack, so
No.
just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing
Use the
department.
Force, use them as a weapon.
We can make
What
that
does he
happen.
do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different
Well,
things?
like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission
Sure.
for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for buddy droid 1, which is
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean, it's-
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, Respawn
yeah.
made this game. Yeah, okay.
definitely inspired by BT,
Yeah.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So One of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
Just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan
Opening
the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, B will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment. You're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no! Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm.
Don't know who he's referring to.
Tight lip on it. So I can't. I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's
into
over.
it too
Everybody
far.
go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story.
I'm gonna save it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people had been asking, right? I'd put up.
Oh, the
stuff on Instagram
fucking
saying, hey, give me
from the Phantom
Community
Menace.
wanted to know. This is Star Wars canon, right? You
Totally
said,
canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
The I don't want to do his voice, but the junk dealer.
Character.
Yeah.
You saw Saw Gerrera
Oh,
there.
who cares?
He's,
God damn it.
part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so
the first
nonchalant.
troopers
You're
are
making a
are
Star
out there
Wars game.
already.
It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like.
Canon for now,
shocked to be
yeah.
Up here. I'm like.
I know, it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. It'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
2017. Everything may just be thrown away in another
Star Wars
decade.
game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go. far
Listen,
dark. Is
if
that
J.K.
choice?
Rowling taught me anything, he can make anything canon.
Why not?
But you can also take it away. And they have no
I think
stake in
it
it.
goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic,
Yeah.
and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
I hope he
this is
doesn't
a
become
Jedi
evil.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, that you guys are
Oh,
coming in
no.
and telling a story, right? Like,
Yeah, you've
that's
done it.
why so many of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is a Star Wars story, that you guys have something to tell, something to
Actually,
say,
if it's
and a lot of
canon,
walls to run on.
theorizing here, he's probably gonna die.
Vince and Stick, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
Yup.
I mean, just thanks for the support. The
Which I'll take
energy
over
here
him
is
going
great.
evil.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Anyways, Vince, tie your shoes.
Fantastic.
Greg's showing
Thanks
us
for
some
coming
stuff
out.
online. Like everyone, the reaction is fantastic.
Amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you
Vince,
guys
you stay
for
on
your
stage.
hard
Shall we talk
work.
about Apex? Let's get
Yeah, we
off.
just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to
Yeah,
you
can you
guys.
change shirts?
There's so much more.
He's
that
gonna
you
he's gonna
haven't
rip
seen
off
yet. I
the
can't
the
wait
Star Wars
to show
one.
you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, I
Vince,
called
Stick,
it.
thank you so much for coming
Yep.
out. November
Thank you.
15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn
Maybe
team
we'll
has
actually
brought
see the
even more
ATST
gameplay
fight.
for you to check
Yeah,
out
that'd be
from
dope.
the Star Wars Jedi
I
Fallen
wanted to
Order
see the
here.
heavy
For
combat with
those
the
of you
bigger
at
enemy.
home,
Extended.
That would be a good part.
For
Is
those of you at home,
seeing more enemies,
we'll stay tuned.
more enemy
for Apex
diversity.
Legends. Show
Yeah.
you're looking for.
What's up, Star Wars?
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Hey, everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
So, I mean,
Alright.
what's Vince gonna do? Is he gonna take a short break?
Chat's already saying Apex Zero content.
Here we go.
Wait for Star Wars! Let's hear it! So hype. Hype mode engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was
Hey,
engaged
Omni.
about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and
Yeah,
Steve for sharing
I'm-
that exciting
I'm
deep
ju-
dive into Star Wars.
How the fuck
Jedi
does EA
Fallen
have
Order.
Respawn? They're so like,
They bought him
God.
out.
We're all a little
Well,
bit
yeah.
excited here, I'm not gonna
Man.
lie.
They
I'm
were
Jimmy Hardy,
about
and
to
I'm
leave, and they're
Little
like,
Bit
nope, we ain't
Adam
having
and I
that.
will
We're
be bringing
buying
news
you.
on Battlefield
that's
5.
right. God.
Yeah.
So that if they make one or
Right
two
now,
bad
though,
games
EA
later
plays in
on,
full
they'll have
swing
them
with
work on a
gamers
game for
getting their
5
hands on
years,
all kinds
trash
of
it, and
exclusives.
then
There's a lot to
dissolve
look
the
forward to,
company.
starting with with our next show, Apex Legends.
I think that's
So,
the scary
Alex
part
Gold
is they could still
Mendes is
disappear
bringing
no
you
matter
the
what
hottest
because it's
news on
EA.
Apex Legends Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass, new mode, and a
But
reveal
whatever,
of the 10th
their
legend.
games are just
Stay tuned.
they
because
know how to
Apex
make video
Legends is
games, so
moments away.
it's gonna be great to see something like that. Not in the style of Apex where it's an ongoing thing.
The games
But-
as a service right now, just
Yeah.
in general, are like,
Let me
even from Respawn. Sorry, I just don't trust it. No.
right for Apex, yeah.
No, I'm surprisingly, because I've always been taking more of a cynical approach these last couple of years when it comes to E3 and stuff and games in general. I'm actually looking a bit forward to Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It helps that they legitimately had a good portion of gameplay
Yeah.
uninterrupted, and you get a decent idea of it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Obviously, there's still factors you can't consider from such a short amount of time, but for the most part, it looked solid. It looked fun.
It almost I hate to say that I wanted multiplayer from it when I saw the sword combat. I don't know.
If it's more of the, I hate comparing it to Dark Souls just because everyone does that nowadays, but I'm not comparing it in the way everyone else does where it's difficult. I'm saying in the slow combat, co-op there.
Well, it
would
takes
have been
elements, yeah.
Cool too, with bosses and stuff.
Yeah, if it
Right.
also took the multiplayer or the co-op stuff,
Looking for me? Surprise.
and real quick, Bungie was able to get through because
What's
of
going on, everybody?
holy fuck,
Welcome to
a lot of
the
money.
fuck?
They got a lot of money so that they can buy themselves out, but
Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm
I'm-
professional esports commentator Alex
Now it's
Golden Boy
Activision.
Mendez.
I'm sorry, now
everyone
it's
at Respawn has been working
Apex.
Apex
diligently
Legends
on
time.
making Apex Legends the best
I'm so
battle royale game
sad
out there.
about
We've got some
Legends
big updates. That's right. I
because
like
of
that.
what we talked about
Like that,
earlier.
baby. Bring
So
that
sad.
energy.
It had so
We
much
got some
potential.
exciting details
I'm still
to
gonna
share
play
on
it
Apex Legends
when
Season 2,
there's
including
a promising
brand
pass out.
New weapon, a new mode. An
So I wanna at
improvised-
least see
or,
this
excuse me,
info.
an improvise, you hear me?
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
improvising
wanna
an
watch
improved
it still
battle
to
pass.
see,
The reveal
but-
of the 10th legend coming to the arena.
And who knows? They could still turn it around development-wise.
So, let's
Either
jump
way,
out of
it's
this
nowhere
dropship,
close to
dive
dead.
Right into the hot zone.
Yeah, no,
Gameplay
it's not
day.
dead yet.
Thanks, Golden Boy.
People like to throw around the word dead after like the game takes a small hit. It's like it's dead. It's like, no, it's not.
Look,
It's
Anthem
not
It's,
playing
e-
it.
it's either Fortnite's dead or the other game is dead.
Anthem's dead. 100%.
All right, well,
Those
yeah,
plays
that
are
one
pretty
is.
good.
That one is.
But for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our legendary
Good
hunt
cosplays.
event. Check it out.
How is it
Hell
floating?
yeah. It was attached to the wall.
Was it?
Or it was a balloon. Who knows?
Nah, it was attached to the wall. It was like it was a steel construct to the wall.
The biggest thing is that
Legendary hunt has begun.
is this new?
Compete to enter an all-new
Yeah, this was limited time events happening.
challenges for
Oh, okay,
exclusive
so this is
cosmetics,
I meant like
use
revealed
all
for the first
earn
time.
XP and battle pass boosts, and find
I
all new
think it'd been on
exclusive skins
Twitter.
from
I
the
don't remember.
store.
My thing with the service games is they're always going to be there, so I prioritize any other game over them.
Legends who place in the top
But I
5
barely
in
got
the
to play
match
the
will earn
the hero
right
with the
to
jump
join
pad.
The Apex Elite Queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will
But
have the
between
opportunity
game
to test
lulls,
their
like when there's
skills
nothing coming out,
against
they're
the
good to go
most
back to.
talented legends in the game.
One more. A legend's true test is from within.
He's dead.
No one uses the alternate fire on the Havoc rifle. Fake gameplay.
Rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the
I want that
Wolfpack
skin.
G7, not your day. I won this one. And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
That's a cool looking
Trust
one.
in the gods,
Goddamn.
and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him. During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also
That doesn't
earn the
even look like
legendary
Wraith.
Night Terror Wraith.
Goddamn.
I look like. Come find me.
It's just
Every
a different
day,
character.
Legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend.
Double XP is tempting.
From June 7th to June 9th, earn Double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Well, we've already missed one day of that.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an
Oh
eye
yeah,
on
it's
the
only this
rotating
weekend.
store
God
for
damn
new
it.
exclusive legendary
Yeah,
hunt
we're not
cosmetics.
doing that this weekend, it seems like.
Oh, running in the corner.
And drop in,
Oh.
as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, Legends.
I've been doing double XP on Overwatch.
It's tempting whenever there's double XP. I wish places did it more often.
That's right. Until June 18th,
Overwatch does
you
it
can
like
jump
once a year
into, the
for their
Legendary
anniversary
Hunt,
event. Now
our
that's
limited
it.
time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in.
Oh yeah, it
The
is against
community
the
feel
wall.
bad
really
that
brought
she
it
has
since
to
this event launched.
constantly
It's awesome
stay
to
in the
see
same
best duke it
pose.
out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Move around a bit, you're fine.
Thank you so much.
Everyone
Jay.
else is
Thank you,
messing
Jay, for
around.
that.
There's like, I'm
Appreciate it.
stuck.
All right. That was season 1. Who's ready to talk about season 2?
I am.
I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play
There's no
this game.
way you play it every day.
You know,
You're
I'm gonna
too
jump back
busy.
in when we finish up, but first, I do want to talk about
Unless it's his
season
job.
2. We've got the first details here.
His
And
job
joining me, we
goes
got
across
Drew McCoy
multiple
in the
games
house,
and
ladies
shows.
gentlemen.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Drew,
Yeah, he's
I assume.
he has a game show with Dwayne the Rock Johnson on NBC. He's
Oh,
busy.
shit.
He's done
Okay.
Overwatch, he's done
content is
COD.
coming. Confirmed. You've heard it here first.
So season
Well, then they
2
should announce
Every
it
week's
before.
on Halo.
July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right, so Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal
Was there a
approach.
name
We're
for the
trying to
first
cram
Battle
as much
Pass?
into the launch
I don't think so.
as possible,
Wildlands,
some other stuff
I think.
along the way.
Oh, yeah.
But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game,
Okay.
perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of
Oh,
cool stuff
really?
in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about
That's
that
interesting.
sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Care package touching down. They usually
Right,
carry
is it the L-Star?
It's coming from the
Yes.
care package, so yes.
He already, yeah, he called it that. But I haven't seen this, so I don't know what this weapon does. I ain't seen a model. Okay, I see it now. I might use that one.
A new season. Strong work.
Yep. The legendary weapon. So it's only care package.
Frag out.
This has been in the game since launch.
Wicked. Making contact with enemy. Accept it. I'm here. You're not.
Yeah, I'm curious if they'll touch, like, they've given a reason for why the
There you
Mozambique
have
is
it,
like it
the
is. I wonder if
L-Star,
they'll change
man. I
it
remember
anyways.
getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2.
back.
So pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Okay.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that out front.
yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open
Well,
doors.
So, like,
Yeah.
melees, grenades, and now
Now the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
That's probably
All
a
right,
combo.
perhaps. I mean, that is
That's
get
where
to
they
the
rate it
sequel
is
to
unusable
see
right
if
now.
That's gonna be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass, and you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping.
We're actually putting
the content was fairly underwhelming for players,
skins
so
in
we've
this
been
Battle
taking that
Pass.
in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it into Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So
Interesting.
daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the
If you're good.
badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later.
Okay.
And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value for that Battle Pass.
That was one of the
that
biggest
sounds very
things is
exciting.
that
All right, and
there was no
now,
way to get
you know,
crafting
talking
materials
about
at all.
Apex, It's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's
Yeah,
got the
those
Prince of
just
Darkness
change
skin.
the silhouette
and
entirely.
For Octane, we're doing the Jade Tiger. I think you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is
cool.
a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And the R301 is getting 2 skins, actually. So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh, man. Do you see that, by the way?
Oh,
Do you
my
see that?
God.
Sick. Sick.
That looks insane. That looks insane. All right. Now, another question
How much
that
clapping?
the community is having.
Fuck that
is
crowd. They have no
Stein
taste in
answered.
guns.
New ways to play.
I don't
Elite
either,
Q
but that just
was
looks cool.
Awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered, really deep learning experience. And so the Elite Queue is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Rank mode.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
So rank mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3.
Yeah,
Wood 3
we'll get there.
Division.
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then at the end of the season, you'll get rewards based on where you ended.
Wow.
To show off for the next season.
Ranked mode coming to Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's sick. All right. All right. I'm be honest with you. I'm going to be all up in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I mentioned, either be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah. That's going to hurt. But, dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
Hey, man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team.
Vince, you changed your shirt yet? Come back up.
I'm a Lifeline main. It's just facts.
Same.
You are too?
Yep.
Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house? Lifeline mains? All right. But that might change when the new season drops. That's right. Because, Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the
I was
moment
half
has
expecting
arrived.
him to
The
hit that
10th
guy in the
legend
head on
joining
accident.
the Apex Legends
Hey, guys.
arena is Watson.
Oh, that's adorable.
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better,
Well, I
our
haven't
team
seen
put
her
together
before.
This touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie, as I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the little girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables, who grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you.
Oh, force field?
I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to mon bébé a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Watson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the three gentlemen
Vince.
who brought her to life.
You changed your
Griffin,
everything.
Will, and Tom. Thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity
Remind me of
of
Sombra's animations.
Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really
that's
aggressive,
cool.
third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, and you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes,
right? Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder.
That'll be an
Wraith,
interesting
and a
balance because
Lifeline
that looks
for
really
support.
like
You can,
it would be a
you can
focus.
play,
She looks like she'd be a
composition
focus
like
in
this,
a
and they kinda
meta.
counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. And we're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does.
Can't wait
'cause
to
let me tell
lockdown
you,
bunker.
It's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends
Can't wait to
themselves,
take Caustic
they
and Watson
stand
to the
out.
bunker.
When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Watson to life?
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. You know, shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to, Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic she had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life. Give
And that changes her
personality and
hitbox
everything
data
that she
too.
does
with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great
in the world. Yeah.
So now you get to the to the gameplay, the look, but the story. You know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Watson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her. And one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it.
She
and
didn't just break the ground, she
with, Watson and
defined the
forward, we're gonna
meta.
start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find
She
out who
created it.
the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in
I
there.
can't
so
believe she's
we'll talk
killed
about
so many
Syndicate
people with
down
the
road.
ring.
That'd be interesting to see how they balance
more
it.
and more of a universe.
Because those are just
which is great.
valuable
So
tools.
she's in the arena, so all the legends must know her.
Oh yeah, she was their kid sister basically. She was always hanging around the arena, and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary.
I love
she's not a
Overwatch
soldier.
lore.
Her role is of support. And so everybody loves Watson. She's the one.
Don't worry,
person
I'll
that
be
could probably unite
retconned in
all
a
the
matter of
legends.
weeks.
Yeah.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was
he
a strong
respects
word
her.
for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
He likes
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Watson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact.
Damn.
The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative
But
the
you
player
only seem
can
to be
be
able
with
to
these.
place 4 kind of at a time, pretty
Basically,
cool
we're just giving you
recharge.
free reign to place these however you want and figure out
And
the
the
most.
players, they like I just saw right there. I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam.
Holy shit.
And it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed. And
Well, fuck that. Her ult is a
allows you to
meta-defining thing.
build, these large fortresses very rapidly. You can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep
Holy
moving
shit.
with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
Rejoice! That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's
That's
like
a way of
really
doing
mean
it.
to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness.
So you can set that up on one side of bunker.
Wow.
So if you know, so
And go to the other side and stay there until you get pinged.
Choke points, the entrances, the exits are. You can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about like compositions and how like it could work out. You know, maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe you find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's like a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, you know, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like, when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really, really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world, that it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out, and create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well, and we had to test it out. We tested it out. We played in game or in house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a post with electricity that goes between the two. Yeah. And they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague, hand wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited? Watson? That is nutty. All
Please
right.
clap.
Well, again, very much looking forward. Now, today,
what's her
we've covered a
passive?
bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode.
I think that was
latest
the
legend,
ultimate accelerant given 100% all time.
Oh, right, yeah.
So let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise. Care package touching down.
So that was Apex.
Like a deer in the headlights.
Nice to get another hero in the game, especially one that could change the game. A little bit at least.
I think if there's depending on how they balance it, which they clearly had some. Oh shit.
Nani.
I told you to go to the dragons, and no one listened to me.
I'm not gonna let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
What was what?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
Big.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if
I
were to,
told
like,
you
ask
all,
you,
go to the
after we're done
dragons,
with
and no
this,
one would
are
go.
You, like, gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Oh man, I'm just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2.
What's this saying? I can really dig characters that have like intricate animations like that.
Come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your
Yeah,
first
ones that aren't
chance
just
to
like
get
super
hands-on
basic
with
animations.
Watson, as well as
And I
all
mean,
the
they
other
already
great
had
Apex
like,
Legends things happening here. And for
I wouldn't
those of you
say
at home,
basic, but you know,
XP
everyone
weekend
has
is going
really
on right now.
thought out
Jump to the Legendary Hunt
animations.
event and
But
start
some
earning
characters
those
get to
amazing
have a little more charm than
exclusive
others,
skins.
like that.
I'm Golden Boy. It's
Like
been
she
a
has with
blast
her
talking
hands
Apex
and
Legends with
everything.
you all here today, and I'll see you
Yeah,
in the
it
arena.
gives you something. It gives you another reason to identify that character to playing them, and not just like.
Yeah, that was my thing with like Sombra in Overwatch, or and it happens a lot in fighting games. All right, so as you can see by the schedule, there is that was the end of EA Play. So thanks everyone for
nothing else
tuning in. We had I wish I could like play this over the. Nope. Goodbye. Thanks everyone for tuning in for EA Play. Promising stuff. Otherwise, hoping for. I would hope that honestly they do address more things with Apex. With the more technical aspects of what they've done, but content-wise, feel a little better for it.
I'm a little worried about
sorry,
not Octane, Watson. Just because they've already been buffing snipers and stuff, and people have been complaining that you can't do your fast play style anymore right now. It's a lot of camping, and this looks to reinforce that right now. And
aside from like the hoarding the accelerants for the ult, but you'll have to see if people do that.
It's
that's probably why they did it, and why they're encouraging it is to not keep it from being all defensive play, but I wonder if it'll be enough.
One of the cool things about Apex was the
Thanks
mobility.
for following this to the end. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Apex, I mean, there's always issues with mobility being too strong in games, but with how Apex was initially launched, it seemed to fit really well for the most part, and there were options to play a bit slow. But now you can't even really shoot enemies while sliding now. There was a clip of it a few days ago I linked. It seems like they're just completely removing the option to play fast, which is worrying.
That sounds like a little finessing it. Little bullshit.
Yeah,
clip.
like maybe they can make some more compromises. Cause
No, I'm saying whoever put the clip up is making it look like that.
Maybe.
I'm saying it's not as extreme as it's being led on to be.
Might be, but it didn't look good.
Well, there's
I
other
guess we'll
concerns
see.
anyways.
I don't know. There's a lot of concerns with the game right now. So
And
we'll see
then
what
Jedi,
season 2 next month.
And then
Jedi looks
Jedi.
cool.
I mean, there were only 2 games, so we can just follow it anyways. But yeah, Jedi. Fallen Order is looking pretty cool. And it's Respawn as hell. There was no release date or even window, but I mean it's an alpha, so it could come out like next month. I would expect it to be like 2020.
I thought
maybe.
they said that was this year.
Did they say it? I was about to say early
For some
2020.
reason, I thought they did. Star Wars Jedi.
I think he said November 15th.
There was even a specific date. Oh my god.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, November 15th, 2019.
Well, I'm a big fool.
Yeah,
Is that on the bingo card?
I was thinking, like, this had to be a game that was this year.
Less than half of... Well, yeah, they did a lot with Apex as well, so... Apex only had like 2 trailers, it wasn't as much long gameplay. Because it wouldn't be, so maybe we wouldn't have gone with that Square
gameplay of
anyways.
Apex, they didn't really have much to show outside of the design of Watson.
Yeah, but like, who would have wanted to watch like just 15 minutes of the gameplay anyways? Like,
Right.
like she's got a kit, but she doesn't have 15 minutes worth of a kit. So I think
Exactly.
we signed ourselves up for that spot. And if I had thought of that, if I had thoroughly thought that through, I would have put something else in that bingo spot. But here we are. Otherwise, yeah, promising. And yeah, that will wrap it. I think we'll wrap that up for today for E3, as EA had the only plans. Let's go to the schedule right now. Tune in tomorrow at we'll probably be live at like 3:30 to talk about Xbox. We probably have a lot to talk about with Xbox. Yeah, I got a bit on the list. So we'll go live at 3:30, 3:45, something like that. And
Right.
we'll have Xbox,
Close to
Bethesda,
3:30.
yeah, Devolver. And then on Monday is the big kahuna. We will be live at like 11:30, 11:45. I don't know. I couldn't find any... Oh, wait. Did I find info on... No, I found no expectations of Upload VR. So we might even just like start like 5 minutes before that.
The Upload VR may just not even last long either. I have no idea what it is, but we just noticed it, so we threw it on there.
From what I noticed, Upload
Right.
VR isn't like a publisher. They just promote new VR games because they have PlayStation VR stuff. They just have like Oculus and Vive VR stuff. They had everything, so...
We'll
yeah.
see what happens. It's not like if nothing happens, nothing happens. But since it exists, we're gonna give it a try.
Yeah. So
'Cause it's right before PC gaming show.
It's still gonna have something. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
given a spot for some reason. Yeah, and if not, just cut it early and talk about PC gaming because there's a bit we know about PC gaming, so we can lead into that.
Yep.
VR show, I guess so. And Labo stuff? I don't think so. They might not just consider that because it's so light in where it is. But yeah, and then Tuesday for Nintendo. So, yep. Tune in tomorrow for all of that Xbox Bethesda Devolver. That'll wrap it up for today, though.
Big stuff starts tomorrow. Long day on Monday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I have my caffeine for tomorrow and Monday so I can get through the days.
Yeah, and I'm thinking tomorrow we'll probably take a break in between Xbox and Bethesda.
Oh yeah.
There's no way Xbox lasts that long.
So we're just gonna have a nice 2-hour conversation about everything that we saw.
I mean, if we end up doing that, then it happens. Who knows? Or maybe we'll do something in between if it's that short. Who knows? We'll play about a year there.
If they announce now available. Oh, what was the? Oh, that was a leak from like a few days ago. What was it? No, I don't even remember actually. So never mind. But if they were like, no, I think we would take a break. And
Monday's,
that's a bit.
Monday's gonna be the one where we're going all day.
Yeah,
there may be an hour break here or there, but we'll stay live because there'll be plenty to talk about and plenty to do because it's just one after the other based on the schedule here. And by the way, if you're in the Discord server, you can see the schedule and announcements channel so that you can always have it on you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a reminder, there it is.
But yeah, I think we're good now. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow. And until then, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.